A really good friend of mine, Paul Dipietro, down from Switzerland, and we're doing the coach session today. Actually, Paulie's down for a couple of weeks, and we do this twice a year for the last 3 years, pretty much. Paul, after he was done with Sudbury, he was drafted to the Montreal Canadiens, and he actually won a cup with Montreal in '93, and played for Montreal, Toronto, and LA, right? Yeah. Once he was done with LA, or once he was done in the NHL, went in Europe and played in Switzerland for the bulk of the remaining of his career. So combined, was it 22 or 23 years? 23 years of professional hockey. Once he was retired from hockey, he was offered a position with Zug in Switzerland, and he is now the player development coach. So he kind of does what I do, training hockey players. Do you remember what you said the first time about the first 2 weeks here after 23 years of hockey?
I wish I would have learned this.
Just say it louder.
I wish I would have known what I know now.
Yeah,
like I could shoot and stick handle now.
Yeah, like in 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks when he came down, he said, I've learned more in 2 weeks than I had in 23 years of professional hockey, and that's not including junior and playing, because you never, as a player, you don't really necessarily analyze everything you do, you just play. The one thing I love is teaching kids and teaching like the pro players and the junior players, but this is another passion of mine, is teaching coaches, because you know, if we teach coaches how to get that passion out to kids and players,
which is number one.
Which is number one, absolutely. But if we can get the passion and we can teach kids and have the coaching better, our kids get better and the game itself gets better, right? Yeah. The teaching points on this, and this is where we start breaking it down, is when you're looking at players, you look at where their mistakes are. So the easiest thing is to show something successful or wrong, whatever it is, but the skill of being a good coach is always being able to find the deficiencies, and the deficiencies are always going to come in a couple things. It's going to be your balance and your power, and where you're generating your power from. This movement gets you to the center of the ice real well, and it forces the goalie to have to make an adjustment for stopping the puck. So that's what's great about this, is that you're coming straight on a goalie with one push, you're changing an angle, and you get a nice shot. What we always like to do is I always try to teach the kids to get a good warm, like especially if you're doing a skill thing, is you want to kind of grease the groove, take the muscles that you're using or the movements that you're using, and just do repeated efforts to get results. So really use the legs to push. Sometimes doing a stationary shot is harder or like tougher because it's a little slower motion. It's not as natural because you're thinking about it more, but it's a great way to build the skill. So all I would do and just focus. It doesn't have to be done quickly until you get really good at your shot and you get it the way you want. But what you want to do is just practice the movement and try and working on the shot, working on every little technique. So as you're thinking about your shooting, and so this is the long, boring part, is that we want to make sure we're loaded up. So there's a checklist here. Make sure. All right, you want to do a few? Hold it when you're done. I want you to hold your follow through. That was better. Try to keep your toe in. There you go. And try going a little more downward pressure. Yeah, see the difference in that shot? It's such a huge difference, eh? By getting that downward pressure and keeping that puck on the toe, the difference in that last shot compared to the other ones is like night and day. Comes off hot. So it's really critical to use this for what it's designed for. So I want to keep it even with my foot. As I bring it across, I've got my weight load changed, and now the shot. That wasn't even close. All right, so we're going to just catch, bring it across, pushing with the back leg. Push with the back leg. So that'd be a softer catch on that. Use your legs to catch more. Yeah. Really engage your bottom half. There you go. That was better, eh?
My shot now has been the best it's been since
forever.
Forever, yeah.
I know.
Since I've been working with Andy, my shot now at 46 years old is better than
it's ever been.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so important. People try to step ahead, jump ahead, and just give me the end result, right? You have to go back to the basics, and you have to pay real close attention to the little things.